Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I made it through another week, y'all. I made it through another week. All right. So, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Be Your Own Hero show. Be Your Own Hero. Hero is an acronym. It means helping everyone reaps optimism. Helping everyone reaps optimism. Okay. So that means it's a reciprocal action. Like the more you do for other people, the more you feel like you're doing for yourself. You know, it's a good reminder for me. Good reminder for me. All right, so I am your host. Oh, I'm Sekou Wrights. I don't think I said my name yet. I'm Sekou Wrights. I'm the host of the Be Your Own Hero show, and my goal is to inspire and uplift the unhoused. And shout out to New Thought Media Network. New Thought Media Network for allowing me this space, this opportunity, and this free space to experiment with trying, with doing, and doing this show as a new world stroke. I don't know what to say there. Stroke recipient, maybe. But anyway, someone who has newly had a stroke and is still attempting to do this show. So thank you for New Thought Media Network. All right, what else? So I'm going over financial tips for artists. I found that in my old notes from a long time ago. I'm going over this show. I am exploring my tips for artists. All right. And if you get something out of it too, help yourself. Help yourself. All right. What else do I have in my notes? 8:45 a.m. Central Time. I'm on Monday through Friday, 8:45 a.m. Central Time. And I think I'm going to go it. I think I'm going to go with it. I'm going to do another week. I think so. Because I'm learning more by the practice of doing it every day than I'm learning not practicing every day. I mean, just that simple. So many things that you wouldn't have imagined I would experience. They've been experienced. I've had them experience. What's happening? What's happening? It's all good. It's all good. That word, once again, someone dropped it in the notes the other day. Someone dropped in the notes again. Alopecia? No. Someone dropped it in the notes, but there's a word for what's happening to me in terms of language and synchronicity and trying to match the words with what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so please drop that in the note if you can. Okay, so that's my disclaimers. Oh wait. If I am not a personal trainer and I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a personal trainer and I'm not a financial advisor. So if you're looking for that type of wisdom, go find someone and bring them back. Oh, okay. Thank you, Linda. Aphasia. So that is what Bruce Willis is going through now, and other people like him are going through this time period where we're trying to communicate faster, right? According to how fast we were communicating before. And it's just not working out the same. We can hear it inside of our heads, but the distance between inside of our heads and getting out to our mouths is a little weird. So anyway, thank you, Linda. All right. So thank you, Ramona. I see. Oh, Ramona. Oh, is that the right Ramona? I think so. I think it's the right Ramona. I'll read your long message later because it's too long for me to read while I'm live. Okay, so aphasia. I got that done. All right, now let me get into the show. I'm all talking about everything. All right, welcome to the show. I'm your host. I'm Sacred Rights, and welcome to the Be Your Own Hero Show. Okay, so actually, this is Free Flow Friday. This is Free Flow Friday. Oh, great, great. Thank you, Nan, for giving us the Free Flow Friday note, so we can just do whatever. We can just do whatever. I can be off script today. So this is what I want to talk about. So I told you, if you've been watching this week, you know that my friend was in town from Atlanta. So shout out to him driving up. Well, actually, he flew from LA to Atlanta and then drove from Atlanta up to Nashville. So that's pretty dope. And and he and I and another friend of mine have been hanging out. And he reminded me, the guy from LA, reminded me that he got me a book. Now, here's a funny thing. I'd asked him for a book. I remember this conversation clearly. I was here in my mom's living room, and my friend had called him, my LA friend, on his phone because my phone was incognito. I don't know where my phone was. That's another story. But I was speaking to him through my friend's phone. And I was like, man, they won't give me any books. No one's giving me any books. Like, I'm tired of this. I want to read something. I had an attitude, right? And so he was like, all right, man, I got you. And he ordered some books off of Amazon. So it came like next day. I opened that book up. And I was like, all right, great. I'm about to check it out. I opened it up and I looked at the first letters of the book and I was like, I can't read. I can't read. Can you imagine how that feels? Like, I don't know what it was I was reacting to that made me tell him that no one's giving me books. But getting a book from him, opening it up and being like, wow, there's just words dancing on a page here. I don't know what's going on. And that was rough. That was, I got to make sure I stay away from hard. But that was an immediate challenge because I didn't know that I couldn't read. Who would think I couldn't read? Who would think that? Like, at this age and stage of my life, after becoming a published author, right? A published author, multiple books published, that I would not be able to read. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. And ever since then, I've been kind of like pushing books aside. Like, I don't know. And luckily, I've been reading a little bit of my affirmations every day with Mom, and I've been watching myself get better at reading her book, the mantra, the meditation book. And even still, I still get tense because I know we're about to read the meditation book. I still get tense, but I keep pushing through. And I'm watching myself getting better and getting better. And which means that I'm reading. In case you missed the memo, I'm reading. And so let me just say this. It's so interesting. Like, people think they understand what it is I'm going through, but they don't understand. They don't understand all the different waves. Like, you're going to give me books and not realize that I might not know how to read them. Right? Like how do you explain that to someone? Do you even want to? Right? This, like, yeah, it's just there are things that happen on a daily that get caught up in your system, and you're like, oh, I don't want to tell anybody that. I'm just gonna deal with it on my own. So anyway, that's I got off on a tangent a little bit, but yeah, just the reading thing was a little rough. Anyway, let me get back on point. Here's my point. He asked me about this book he got me. And I was like, oh wow, because it's been a while, and it's been a long time me pushing books away. So I don't know if I can read it. I don't know if I can read it. I don't know if I can read it. So anyway, he reminded me of a book that he bought me, and I was like, I don't remember that book. I don't even remember it. But he gave me the title, and I've been looking around for this book, and you know what was funny? I went into this box, like this right here. It's right here. I went to this box, and look what I found. Think and Grow Rich workbook. What? What? I don't even remember buying this. But it's brand new. It's freshly made. Freshly made. And I know this is my gratitude group that's responsible for this, but I did not know that I bought this. And I found this because I was looking for that other book that my friend said he got me. This other book. And so I found his other book, but after I found this book, and I was like, okay, so I must be clearly I was supposed to find this book. And it doesn't have any writing in it, not a thing. I haven't done anything with it. And the first book, the first task. Let me read it now. Let me read it. Hold on, because I want to get it right. Task number 1. You ready for this? Exact amount of money. Exact amount of money. Now, if you've been listening to me, you heard me say earlier this week about setting aside a goal for yourself financially. What? In this, task 1, exact amount of money. Right? So I'm about to do this book. Clearly, I found this book on purpose. Right? Oh, I'm gonna go off. So listen, I found this book right when I was supposed to find it. Like right before New Year's Eve. Right? I find this book. Last night, found this book. And how often does your day spit out oh man, I forgot a word. All right, so let me do it again. How often does your day spit up things that you can't control? Well, all the time. So that's not a good one. That's not a good one. All right. How often does your day spit up things that are unknown? Still the same thing. That's still the same thing. Well, you get what I'm trying to say, right? You get what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is your day manifests interesting things all the time. This was interesting, but I could have just thrown it aside. I could just set aside and kept on looking for the book that my friend gave me, which I eventually found, and not worried about this. But I'm paying attention to what God is showing me through the hints that He's giving me. This Think and Grow Rich workshop by Napoleon Hill. Now, I'm about to do this book, and I encourage you to pay attention to what's happening in your life, even though it may not seem like a big deal. This doesn't seem like a big deal, right? But it's about to be. It's about to be. I'm about to use tip number 1 and get specific about the money and be for real about this. I hope you'll do it with me. Oh, Rev Mel is going to do the 30-day mental diet. Oh yeah, that's going to be good. So if you haven't done Rev Mel's 30-day mental diet, I'd advise you to sign up now. I've taken that class multiple times, and the what you get out of it is always different. You think it's the same book. We're reading the same book, like the time after time, expecting it to be similar. No, it's not similar at all. It's because the who that comes to the space is different every time, and the who that comes to the space changes everything about the whole thing, the whole meetup. It just changes. So I've not been in her class and had the same experience. So I'm gonna get on that too. I suggest you do the same. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited about this. I mean, did you get it though? Did you get it though that this just happened to jump out of nowhere for me trying to find another book? All right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can remember where I was going because I got off on a tangent. Where was I going? Oh, this week. Oh, this is Friday. So I wanted to recap some of the things that we talked about this Friday. So I shared with you yesterday that I jumped on some of the things that Anthony O'Neill, he had some products available on his site, right? So he had she had a card at a specific bank, and he had this other thing that was sign up for a mortgage. Now I just signed up for a mortgage, and then I didn't know what was going to happen. Let me tell you, I got a lot of feedback yesterday. So a specific man has reached out to me. He's called, he sent text, he sent email, he did all the things to reach out to me to make it easy. And he said that he just wants to talk. He's not going to sell me anything. He's just going to talk. So I am going to do this. I'm going to do this because I figure I ought to be able to explain to you what happens. Right? I ought to be able to explain to you what happens. And number two, I'm starting from zero. I'm starting from zero. Like I've got no income coming in. I've got no. I'm coming in at zero, right? So anything has to tell me it's got to be better for you. It's got to be better for you. And who knows? Who knows what he might tell me? So I'm going to find out from him. Hopefully this weekend, maybe this weekend, and find out from him what he has to say, and therefore I can share with you what he has to say. Because, like I said, like what he has to say will probably be better for you, for your circumstances. All right. So check that out. That was from Anthony O'Neill. Anthony O'Neill. For those of you that don't know, this is my cheat list. I'm getting Anthony O'Neill's name right because I've been calling him Anthony Anderson. I don't know why I've been talking about Anthony Anderson. I've met Anthony Anderson. Oh, I remember that. I met Anthony Anderson at a party. Actually, many parties. I met him several times. But he used to have a dog named Sekou. I was like, what? A dog named? Man. He was all proud of himself that he wouldn't forget my name. I was like, because you got a dog named Sekou? Yeah. All right. But anyway, moving on. So let's see. What else do I want to talk about? Because this is Free Flow Friday. I get to just pop in and talk about whatever I want. 63% of Americans don't know. 63% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 63%. I just want to share that with you. I know I've shared it before, but that means 63% of people are not doing what they should be doing with their money. They should not be investing it, which leads me to my quote, my reminder: if you only spend, you'll stay poor. I'm gonna leave it there for a second. If you only spend, you'll stay poor. If you only save, you'll stay middle class. If you want to become wealthy, you've got to invest. Your money has to be making money while you're sleeping. I'll say that again. Your money has to be making money while you're sleeping. That's strong. That's strong. So if your money is not making money while you're sleeping, it ain't working. It ain't working. And so that was a big challenge for me. Ooh, wait a minute, is this the last show? This is the last show before? Oh wow, this is the last show before the new year. Oh, I was unprepared. I was unprepared. But okay. Okay. So you know what? On that note, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something. So I started investing with $1. $1. And I think people don't don't believe me when I say that, but I started with $1. And I put $1 in, and I was scared that it was going to vanish overnight, and it didn't. And that $1 I dropped in like 2 years ago, like pandemic time. It was mid-pandemic, like everything was shutting down. Everybody was hiding under beds, And I invested that $1, and I've been able to do more with that $1 than I expect you have been able to do yourself, right? By chasing it, because I've been chasing it on your behalf, people. All right, because I started off with this Tip Tuesday version of my show, and then you all said that you wanted to talk about it all week, and so I started reading more and doing more and thinking more, and I've learned so much about finance and how to move your money around to make it work for you so that it is making money at night while you're sleeping. And I think that has been great. That's been great. So if I was going to offer a last minute end of year show, it would be that. I thank you so much for choosing that I should talk more about money, because I had it set up. Once again, I had it set up for one day out of 5. And if you all hadn't asked me for more and more information, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know where I'd be. But because of you, I was able to turn that $1 into more than $1. I know what I'm doing with my dollars now. And just a reminder, this was from Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey. Listen, you can benefit from investing 80% just by doing it, just by investing. Did I get that right? So, in other words, your arguments with whoever about how you did, or how you're going to do, or how whatever you're thinking is you can reduce that to 20%, 20%. But 80% is just you investing. Just you investing. Now, I will admit, I have not been all winners. I have made a ton of mistakes. A ton of mistakes. But that's how you learn. That's how you learn in this business. Because, oh, that's it. Like, that's how you learn. You learn by getting stuff wrong. And then you're like, oh, okay. Okay, now I need to do that. I need to do this. I need to do the other. And you start learning, and you start learning, and you start growing. So that is my New Year's message. I didn't realize that I was going to be doing the New Year's message this year, this episode. But yeah, that's what I say. Like really invest in these small accidents around you, right? These small accidents, like me finding this book, Think and Grow Rich workbook. That's a small thing, but I am making it big. I'm choosing to make it big because I understand that the universe is putting this in my place for a reason. And the universe is putting things in place for your reason, for your ability to move forward. But all you have to do is listen, Because when you all said that I should be talking about money for the whole week, I could have made it that 1 week. I could have made it that 1 week and be like, all right, well, that was it. Monday week was over. Yeah, we had a good time. Let's get back to some other stuff. Right? So you don't know what God is planning for you, what gifts he's giving you until you accept these small things. These small things. Pay attention to everything life happens for you. Everything. Because life is happening for you, not to you. Life is happening for you, not to you. All right. Now I blew up everything. I ain't roll the dice. I ain't do anything. I just got all upset, got all animated to talking about my end of year show. So I think I'll give you all a break on the very last day of the year. But let me see if there's anybody else I need to comment towards. Hey Tim. Hey Tim. Oh, thanks, Linda. Thank you for your presence and willingness to keep moving and to be sharing despite significant barriers. Yeah. So, yeah. I was trying to figure out how much time I got left. I'm just going to say really quickly that reading this quickly has been challenging for me. Like I've been using the small quotes because this big one is a little more, is longer for me to read. But I've been trying though. I've been putting the longer quotes up and putting them up so I can get used to reading fast. Reading fast. Something that was nothing to me before. But yeah, so now I have to, don't change anything out there. Don't you change anything. Keep them long, keep them coming so that I can follow what they are. And yeah, thank you, Linda, for that. And yeah, Fee King celebrating the last show. All right, so I don't know. I think that's it, but I don't know if I want to leave. Just realizing that it's the last show of the year. It's like, oh man. Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is, yeah, next year I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back strong and I'm gonna get stronger. I'm gonna come back strong and I'm gonna get stronger. I'm gonna come back strong and I'm gonna get stronger. And I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. And thanks to all of you who I am inspiring. Thanks to everyone who says positive things about me and my predicament and how this has helped some of you make better sense of your life. I greatly appreciate that. So, all right. I guess that's it. Keep doing. Be a hero. Be your own hero. Remember that now is better than perfect. And I will see you all next year. All right. See you later. Later, folks.